Well, happy Wednesday, hump day.
Hump day,
Hump
happy,
day.
hump day.
This is a successful post Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Did you have tacos yesterday, Ron?
I always have tacos on Tuesday.
Oh. Hey, well, good morning. Let's give our love to Jesus.
Sure.
Thank our Lord and Savior. Today's verse of the day is from Philippians. Did I say that right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
Chapter 1, verse 9 and 10. And this is my prayer, that your love may be abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best and may be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. That's on the day of judgment, right?
Possible.
Wanting you to love wisdom, love what is right.
Love wisdom, love what is right.
Basically, live
See,
right.
we have to see. My wife doesn't understand if we're just sitting here listening to her talk. It's not doing anything for us because we got to teach her how to give those like 2-second answers.
Live right for God
Right.
every day.
Right.
Live right for God every day.
Yeah.
People are all like,
Well, as you should.
people are thinking, wow, I think they froze up. They're just sitting there with that look on their face.
So,
I'm learning.
listen, I guess in multiple states and at Walmart and Kroger's, I guess they had a cucumber recall.
Yes.
Well, I don't find that funny because I eat a lot of cucumbers, and my son likes cucumbers a lot.
Well, we know what you do with cucumbers, so we know
No,
why it's upsetting to you. You
no, that ain't.
well, you put them on your salad, right?
Yeah,
And you use them as a nutritional
right.
part of your daily intake.
You know, if we weren't buddies for 40 years,
I was thinking, yeah, no cucumbers, because they got salmonella. So,
yeah, right. But I got no, and we just picked up some cucumbers from Walmart, and then my wife. So I'm like, I'm peeling them, because my son likes to eat them with the tacos. So now she's sending me this text or calling me or whatever, saying that they got recalled at Walmart. Of course, I had to get them at Walmart, of course, and they look really good, but I don't want to take a chance, so I ended up throwing them out. You know.
yeah, you definitely don't want to take
I
a
couldn't
chance.
because I couldn't call. I called Walmart and didn't get an answer. So because no one picks up the phone there.
You called Walmart.
Yeah, I called the Walmart that I got them at, and went into five different. So I went into five different departments, and no one picked up the phone.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. They don't those a lot of them can't even speak English.
Right.
So
Well,
why answer the phone?
so I went into the deli. I went into the human resources. I went into the operator. Nothing, dude. Bakery. Nothing.
Is it just me? Because sometimes I want to like go into the store, call that department, and have the phone ring while I'm standing there and just see and go, hey, answer the phone.
That'd be something to do.
Yeah, that's what
See, but what you want to do is you want to carry a Negan bat from The Walking Dead with the barbed wire wrapped around it.
well, I'm not a Walking Dead fan, but
Well, I'm not. that much of a walking, but I got into it a little bit. 'Cause, you know. But anyways, you walk in there, you do what you. As soon as they don't, man, you bust them in the, you bust them with the baseball bat, dude. Answer the phone, dude.
So, so your answer is go in there with a baseball bat and wreak havoc on them for not answering the phone.
Violence.
Well,
No, I'm sorry, and I shouldn't do that. No, and I'll tell you what. You want to know something?
you
No,
sound like a Democrat.
all these. Listen, all these WalMarts now, all these things are now they're all like locked up behind the. You know, they lock them up,
Yeah,
but then oh, press button for service. Okay,
that's a
so
joke.
you press the button and you wait for someone to come over and unlock the thing. So you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then you see someone, and then it's like, well, that's not my department. Yeah, that's the problem. And they walk away from you. Of course, they'd probably, you know, a scary situation. You know, they hire these people that don't even speak English, dude.
Well,
It,
the whole idea of the button is to make you think that something's happening.
right, and
Oh my God,
nothing's happening.
I'm gonna press the button again. Yeah, I feel better because I'm pressing the button, and somebody's gonna come help me.
Pressing the button.
I'm pressing the
Press
button,
the button,
boss.
mama.
I'm pressing the button, boss. So so you just wonder. We're paying like they want all these raises, and they want the money to work at higher wages to work at Walmart, but we're getting third world sanitation standards.
Well, you don't get no service either, or work. You know, they're not. No one's working, dude.
Yeah,
You
so
know, it's fucking crazy,
you
dude.
know,
You know.
at the very least, you should be required to speak English before you get them jobs. You know,
Oh, without a doubt,
you have to
without
speak
a doubt.
English. You can't like because I would be in Walmart and I would ask somebody for some help, and they would be like, "Oh, no hablas inglés."
Well, you gotta walk in there with a fucking interpreter,
Lo
dude.
siento. Well, we started learning Spanish just so we could, because it's our country. So I'm going to learn Spanish just so I can communicate with people they're letting in that can't speak English.
You gotta be a freaking professor at. You gotta be a professor of English in order to walk into these store or a professor of languages.
Yep.
Oh, you speak Vietnamese?
And that's Ron Haskell at yahoo.com. Hey, listen, there's some really good news for Buffalo. Actually, like Tonawanda, uh,
Yeah,
GM is investing almost $1 billion,
$888.
$888 million
Yeah, Tonawanda plant too,
in
right up the
the
street from me,
in the
dude.
Tonawanda plant. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot more scrap coming your way, buddy.
Well, they're saying, why? I don't get scrap from there.
Well, you're going to get it now because they're going to have so much scrap. They're going to need people to come pick it up.
Yeah, well,
You know what?
I,
You could actually leap above all your competitors if you can get like a Batman style signal in the air for Ronnie Boy to come get the scrap. It's like we need scrap. Hit the Ronnie Boy light, and maybe a piece of metal will flash in the sky.
piece of iron.
A piece of, or, or maybe or maybe one of those red phones.
Like an I beam light.
Yeah. It's like we need Ron. Hit the button. Beep beep. Ron pulls up, cleans up the scrap Problem saved, another day.
Gonna need a bigger truck.
We're gonna need a bigger truck. Well, that's really good news for Buffalo. Congratulations, Buffalo, Tonawanda.
Yeah.
That's
So Joey Bosa is already hurt.
oh geez. Why don't you just throw that in there, Ron, and throw a monkey wrench in the system? So,
That's my job.
well, okay. Speaking of sports, then.
That's what we do, man. That's what
Speaking
we
of
do.
sports, Joey Bosa. It's what kind of hurt? Because minicamp
I
preseason's
don't
not
know.
even
Something
here.
with his calf.
He's
Something
not
with his
playing.
calf.
I think he's playing possum.
There's something for every age. But the goal is to give kids that
Hey,
You know,
and there are families from all eight counties of Western New York and even Canada coming to join us. So we're just
I don't know. They need to just bring Von Miller back. I thought he would have been all right for the.
no, he's done.
Buffalo Bills little people said.
He's done. He
And
needs
then,
to he needs to get into management now. He's going to make a great GM somewhere.
well, he should come back with the Bills and be an assistant with
The Bean, yeah, yeah.
the Bean Man.
Hey, did you
But
see? Did you?
An innovation.
I got the scoop on Tom Brady, your favorite quarterback, of what happened with the booing.
Lab considered the gold standard financial
See,
trading.
Ron doesn't even
go
want to
ahead.
talk about it.
And
He
I know
gets
you want to go ahead. Go on, go. I know he's your favorite boy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
this is like Ron's in denial of the stages of lying
That's
about it.
BradySell.com at Gmail.
Support from the Western
So turns out
Club getting
he was in Indianapolis. That's where his thing with Peyton Manning was, his competition, or not competition, but and he had his rival with Peyton Manning. He had a 16-4 record against Peyton Manning. They hate him in Indianapolis.
Woohoo! They're smart.
So here's what so
I like Indianapolis.
So here's what he put on his Instagram post, Tom Brady, because he didn't want to talk there, so he talked after. After he thanked the organization for the Daytona racing or whatever that was.
Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, he put P.S. It was great to get in one more successful drive in front of a bunch of Colts fans. He's like sticking it and turning it and sticking it.
Well, like salt on the wound a little bit.
So I like Tom Brady, so I don't mind. That would be like, I mean, I get it, because if he beat up our Bills for 20 years, but I was following the Patriots and the Bills, so that's why,
Well, that's why, well, when you're a turncoat like like yourself,
Is your can you have your callers turn down their TV so I'm not getting bleeding on this side? So it's not turncoat. I like Tom Brady. I mean, I wish the freaking Bills cheated a little bit and got us some. I just wonder about those 04 Super Bowl losses. Maybe the Bills were betting against themselves, because it didn't make any sense that we tore up the league for 4 straight years and we couldn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You remember Black Sunday? Nobody thought the Chicago White Sox.
Especially with that
I can't find my helmet.
handgun offense that no one seemed to have stopped.
Yeah. And then
except the Giants.
Except the Giants, yeah. With a backup quarterback.
Bill Belichick was there, of course.
With a backup quarterback in Hostetler, and we could only muster 19 points. What was the score? 2019?
No, it was 19-20.
Something like that. So yeah, you just wonder because like was it the Chicago Black Sox? What is the name of the was that Black Sunday where they bet against themselves and they shaved runs off the game, the whole team?
Yeah, the White Sox.
Or the White Sox? Okay, yeah. So I mean, who's to say when the truth will
That
finally come out?
was that Ty Cobb that did that?
No, I don't know the names.
Oh no, it wasn't Ty Cobb. It was someone else. Yeah, I heard something like that. It was Ty.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, because he got banned just like Pete Rose did. But now Pete Rose is going to be able to get into the Hall of Fame,
I
as
wish they
he
would.
should. As he should. I could give two fucks if he bets against the team. I
I
don't think he bet against his team or shaved points. You know, but the guy was a good ball player, dude.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, like I said, I don't watch baseball, so I can't even.
Well, you should get. Listen, the whole thing about the Hall of Fame is the merits of your play on the field, not the merits of off field.
Thank you, Kitty.
So you know,
Right. Well,
you
it's your
know.
merits on and off the field.
I mean, that's what I think.
I think it's merits on and off the field. Speaking of merits,
Not off the field either.
that's a good segue. Thank you, Ronnie H. I want to talk a little bit about these judges. What are we going to do about these judges thinking they're the most powerful people on the planet, more powerful than the president of the United States? You don't even have to say Donald
Well,
Trump, the president of the United States. People are like, well, I hate the president because it's Donald Trump. No, respect the office. You don't have to respect the person. Respect the
right.
office.
Respect the office, boy.
Like this crazy judge has the nerve to say that the Trump administration is manufacturing chaos with the migrant deportations. So him running on
Dude, I've heard a
deportations.
lot of good things coming out of that.
Well,
Or
yeah,
Trump.
of
And not,
course,
you know, I haven't heard nothing. He's getting a lot of, I mean, I don't understand how all the negative, I'm hearing good stuff about it. I mean, I don't know, you
because the
know.
people. It turned out Joe Biden was not really the president. He was just kind of like making appearances, and there was people that were using the power pen, whatever they call that, where they use his signature. And
Listen, he was
listen,
just,
no, they were running our government. It wasn't
right.
Joe Biden. It was people that were just using that power, and they'll do anything to keep that power. And they put these judges in positions to hurt the administration.
It
And that's
was
what's happening.
a collective coup,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
okay? Because Joe Biden couldn't even wipe his ass, dude. You know, I don't know. He was just, I don't know. He was a shell of a man.
Because
Okay,
it doesn't make any sense that these judges are trying to stop deportations of freaking terrorists, murderers,
rapist,
rapists. It doesn't make any sense. Stop.
everyday average
We,
crook.
what they're trying to stop is what we voted for, the people, and they think they're more powerful than the Constitution. And that's something's going to have to
Well,
give. Something's going to
well,
have to
that
give.
means I don't know. Can you impeach a fucking judge?
You can, but these are the judges that were hired suspiciously the last month of Joe Biden's time in office. They're trying to say
Wow.
Joe Biden put them elected or selected them for positions. No, it was bad people that took over our government. Well, here, check this out. This is another judge in I think in Wisconsin. Yeah,
Jesus.
Wisconsin judge. Check this out. somebody was there on a DWI case. They didn't show up. They were at the hospital for something. The judge went to the hospital looking for this person to arrest them for not coming to court. The judge did that.
Yeah.
So what did the Wisconsin Supreme Court slapped her basically on the hand and said you can't do that and suspended her for 7 days. That's the corrupt taking care of the corrupt.
What, suspended the judge?
Yeah, the judges, the Supreme Court of Wisconsin, not the United States Supreme Court, suspended that judge for 7 days. And so it said you can't do that. Judges can't do that. Like they have to tell the judge you can't get off the bench, go to the hospital, and arrest somebody because they think they can. They think
Right. I thought I've heard of judges going to hospitals at the
not to arrest somebody.
maybe not to arrest someone, but maybe a change it like the venue or something.
Well, I'm
No,
not talking
well,
about
I
that.
don't know because or they do it via
Ron,
do they do it via Zoom
Ron,
or something?
no, the judge was mad that the person didn't show up to court. And that the person, when the judge found out the person was in the hospital, the judge stopped the court case and left, told the bailiff to do it, and the bailiff said, I can't leave the courtroom. So the judge got pissed off and went looking for the person to arrest them.
Did he fire the bailiff?
I don't know, probably. I would guess. It didn't say anything more about the story.
Or did he whack his pee-pee?
Well, if it was a Supreme Court, they whacking the pee-pee would be too harsh. They got to whack his little finger. So these judges, they think they're above the law, dude. That's what's going on. And didn't the whole
Did he give him a roundhouse?
didn't the whole what? A roundhouse. You having
A
a joking?
roundhouse? No, I mean, I don't know if someone's not able to show up to court and they're hospitalized or bedridden, I've heard of judges moving the venue to the hospital and having
Yeah, but this isn't moving the
in
venues.
the hospital room.
This isn't moving the venue, Ryan. I don't think you were listening. The judge got
I
pissed off
I know, and
and
he
went to
went
arrest
after.
the
I
person.
know he went after the guy to arrest the guy
Exactly.
instead of doing. Uh, well, you send a sheriff deputy or someone and arrest them and bring them back to
Well,
court.
exactly. But
Which is what they should have did.
Yeah.
But also they could have, they could have heard out the reasoning why he wasn't in court and and maybe postpone the court date. But no.
No, they did find out why he's not in court.
they did find out.
He was in the house.
Yeah, they
Well,
found out why.
then
Ron,
they should have postponed it.
See, Ron, you're not listening to the whole story. It's like you're not listening. They found out why he wasn't in court. It's almost like, did you clerk
Well,
for this
listen,
judge?
I'm over here. Listen,
Did
I'm
you
over here
did you
firing up
ever
the jet.
did you ever clerk for a court judge in Wisconsin? It doesn't make
No, I
sense.
can't say I was a clerk.
It doesn't make sense why you're protecting the judges of
I
doing
am not
wrong
protecting
things.
the judges.
I
I'm
don't,
firing up the jet.
I don't understand it. Oh, he- it's if this was we've asked 100 people from Miami if Ron is a Dolphins fan. Ding ding ding. See, it doesn't make any sense what I just said there.
That, that's just, that's a hit below the belt there, buddy.
Hey, check out this one, man. There's
You hurt my feelings on that one.
here I'm gonna tell you about hurting feelings and news. That's a good segue, Ron. You're very good at this, by the way. Was the Bureau of Land Management Okay, they're the ones that are in charge of like these 100,000 federal land that Trump's going to use to go get oil.
Do they like manage land?
Yeah, they do exactly. Land management. But check it out. So the guy that's been in charge of it doesn't like Trump, doesn't like that Doge is coming in there and they're letting people go. So
Okay,
he's telling everybody not to listen to the administration's new executive orders telling them what to do. So they had to come in and escort him out of there. But here's how the title goes: BLM official escorted out of building after Doge conflict. So I'm thinking, why is there a Black Lives Matter only official in charge of this department? It's not. It's the Bureau of Land Management. See how they try? They try to make it look like,
tried to twist it around and make it racial.
exactly. It's Bureau of Land Management, but they had it BLM because what's the first thing people think of when they hear BLM? Bacon, lettuce, and mustard. I know, but
Right, right. Blue, lavender, and musk.
yeah, So that's what the news does. They want you to think that the government is
Blue
ripping, is
Lamborghini
doing
and
bad
mustard.
things.
Blue Lamborghini
All right,
and
so hey, let's get into. Oh, Rick Derringer died. So rest in peace, Rick Derringer.
Rick Derringer. Oh, who? Rick Derringer.
He sings
Yeah,
that
yeah.
rock and roll hoochie coo
Oh, okay.
and the Real American Wrestling theme. He died at 77. Hang on, Sloopy. That was one of his songs.
There's our number three. Is that number three?
And I think this might be number one. I think we had three.
Is that number four? Number four. Number four.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you. Number five. All right.
Oh, sneeze is always coming too. Is that true for you too, Ron?
They come in about two or three or four.
So, hey, are they planning any parade for the Bandits?
I don't know.
And I asked Jesus in that game three, I'm like, please let the Bandits win so I can suggest the Bills go to the flag hanging ceremony before next season. I want to see Josh there, all the captains, the
Um,
coach.
yeah, yeah. You don't see any of the other teams there.
So remember where you
I wonder if they go to the Bills game.
so remember where you heard that first on the RELL right here.
Well, they all should support each other.
I would like to see them go. And speaking of sports, we got some games today. Florida is
Yeah,
leading 3-1. That's a Panthers and Hurricanes tonight. I think it's at Hurricanes too. It's game 5.
yeah.
No, I don't know who's got the better record there.
I don't know.
So
I was thinking the Florida Panthers got a better record.
and tomorrow the Oilers are at the Stars, and that's a 3-1. That's an elimination game
Yeah,
right there too.
dude, Edmonton just lambasted them last night.
Yeah, what was that 4-1 victory?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
looking more and more like freaking. I can't believe the Oilers are going to be back in the cup.
They're good, dude.
But the Sabres, they
They're
can't
good.
freaking
And they're
seem.
getting good. They're getting good goaltending, dude.
Well, that sucks
Skinner's
that the
in his head.
Sabres. So it's like Edmonton went through a whole cycle of being great, being bad, and getting good again. And Buffalo is just like mediocre Sabres.
No, they suck. Just hit it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. They suck. Okay.
Well, we got shitty goaltending. We need goaltending, dude.
Our goaltending blows ass.
Big, giant, two butt,
I mean, you talk about
healthy.
Piper
You
did.
see Naya,
Piper, yeah, Piper. They suck.
you see
Piper.
Piper and Naya together.
And if,
Oh,
if anybody doesn't know, we're making WWE references here.
right.
Yes. Hey,
So we're plugging in on
and I know you've been waiting to hear about the NBA scores because they're also and
oh,
I can't
yeah.
believe I
I'm
have a lot
just
of I have a lot of friends that are
riveted.
Knick fans.
I am like completely riveted to the screen now.
I have a lot of Knicks fans that are friends that are Knicks fans. And they do not like losing to the Indiana Pacers, by the way.
Well, we should nix them then.
They are getting nixed. You better believe it. And then
Well, they aren't playing
so
to me.
they're up 3-1. The Timberwolves are up 3-1. So it's looking like a Timberwolves Pacers final coming up. And I know you and how are your brackets? I think you picked that all the way, right?
Oh yeah, sure did. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the REL. Another great show, but the time goes by so fast that but I still like keeping it around 30 minutes because we got so many things to
I
do.
know it's time for our nap.
And we got nap and we got dinner coming up. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Don't joke. It's at 3:30.
Yeah, 3:30 is midnight snack now for me.
Right.
And you got to eat early enough so you don't get that acid reflux or heartburn. You got to digest
Right.
it before you go to
Oh,
bed.
you know, you go to bed after the frickin' news.
Yeah, the 12
Six
o'clock
o'clock,
news.
6 o'clock news.
The news at noon. I'm ready for bed. All right. Well, that's it. We got 30 seconds here. I am Randy Sell,
I'm Ron Haskell.
and this is the REL. I'm going to have everybody have a blessed day
Yes. Peace out.
and have a
Love you
great.
all.
We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. It's Thursday. It'll be Thursday, and I'm not sure what we'll be talking about. A little heads up. We'll talk about something because Hawaii is raising their prices to go there and get hotels now to fight climate change. So we'll talk a little bit about that. All right, Rod. Great talking to you as always. You have a blessed day, and
All right, brother.
I'll
You
see,
too.
I'll see you, I'll see you in the green room, my friend. Peace,
Okay, sounds good.
peace, peace,
Peace
peace,
out.
peace, peace.
Peace, 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 peace out.